right now, back here at the back, at the heel, I've got right at 0.01 or 0.001. You know, it's a thousandth of an inch, a hundredth of an inch. About 5 right there. See that? Until I get down here to the end, I've got about 0.5. Dang it. It's hard to mic the very edge of a blade like this. 7, 10, 10, about 7, maybe 6, 6. So the idea here is we've got our edge tapering from, you know, 0.001 or so all the way down to 0.005 when it gets all the way to the tip, which they say makes for an excellent tip. I don't know, I've never made one like that before, but we'll see. Couldn't hurt. But we are basically done shaping. So from here on, everything I do is for the purpose of polishing, not shaping. I'm just trying to refine the surface, keep everything clean and pretty. So we're going to go to 400 and do something a little funny. This is called wet grinding. And especially when I'm doing something as thin as a chef's knife, wet grinding is a very valuable idea because it keeps the temperature of the knife down. So I've just got a spray bottle here of just plain old water, nothing special. And what I'm going to do, first of all, is turn my speed down. I'm going to keep this belt wet while I grind on it, which is going to help me do more of a polishing than a cutting action on the blade. And it also helps keep the blade cool, so I've got less chance of affecting the final temper of the blade. So we're going to get into that. This is also very messy. Oh well. Alrighty. That's pretty much where we're going to be. Now it's time to start hand polishing. See what we finally ended up with. We've got 63 millimeters by 275-ish. So that's a it should be a nice kitchen knife. And we'll get set up for hand polishing. Now, before I polish the blade, I need to put my mark on it, because if I put my mark on later, I'll have to repolish around the mark from the etching solution. So, right now, before we start our hand polishing, is the best time to do this. And very simple. It's just it's really just a battery charger with the positive lead hooked to the blade, the negative lead with a little stainless block on it, and a stencil. I get my stencils from a knife maker in Florida named Ernie Gropstitch. He's a good guy, makes good stencils, and real simple. You just etch it. I'm using an electrolyte that I made myself. It's basically vinegar and salt water with a little bit of soap as a wetting agent. And the problem with the car charger, the way that I use it, is that this takes a little bit longer. The nice fancy professional etching machines do this nice and quick. I'd be done by now. So, oh well. This cost me $10 at Walmart. You'll see me every now and then lift the stencil and rub it with my finger underneath. That's just to clean the oxides off the inside there. It helps me get a clearer, cleaner etch. Just about there. I like a good deep etch. I want to be able to, feel the etch with my fingertip. Some guys like a shallow etch that's blackened. I like a deep etch that's left the natural color of the material. Sometimes I'll blue the inside of the mark just to give it a little contrast there. Usually on like Damascus knives and such. But for a straight carbon steel knife like this one, actually this is wrought iron, but same basic principle, I'll leave it natural. Just seems less intrusive aesthetically. Yeah. Alright. That's my etching machine. Nothing fancy. Most of the tools I use I've built myself over the years, so just makes sense that I would go find some battery charger somewhere and hotwire it to make it into a blade etcher. That's just my style. So Spray that down with Windex to neutralize the etching solution so it doesn't make it all cloudy and ugly. Paper towel. And I don't know if you can see it. You can see my name right there. And there we go. We're ready to start hand polishing. Now I came off the grinder at a kind of satin 400. As you can see, it's not a bad finish, but it's not a very good finish. A little more light on the situation. Never have too much light in a shop.